Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Frederick podcast. Today is April 21st. First, I'll introduce you to the guys here. On my left, I have Dawn.
Hey, what's up?
Then I got Justin across from me.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And to the right, I have Broc, our special guest.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Congrats on your 10th episode.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for joining us today, Broc. We appreciate it.
Want to say thank you for listening. If you stumbled across us online, you can check us out on kfpodcast.com, facebook.com/kfpodcast, and the new drum
Twitter. But I don't know what the hell the address is. So
it's Ken Fred Podcast.
Yeah, because do you know I typed in like KFP podcast? Oh, they were all taken, and they were all goofy as shit. I was like,
don't exist.
I was like, who's doing a Ken Frederick podcast? And I open it up, and it's like kitchen funding projects, kitties with fat penises podcast. Oh, they're already ruined it. Already got dirty. But it was all bad things, so I had to do the space, and then it worked out.
So it's just Ken Fred Podcast.
Ken Fred
Ken Fred.
Like I always say before, go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, the Facebook has
Click
everything.
on the little link, and there you go.
So please like us, share us, so we get more, because we're going to do something. We actually have plans to do something special when we get 200 likes on Facebook. So please share us.
We're going to give away a pair of Ken's underwear.
Wow, so your whole family now have a place to sleep and a pair of my underwear.
We do want to give a giveaway from something that maybe we have. I don't know what the hell we could give anybody that anybody would want.
I don't know.
But, you know.
I mean.
Maybe a picture of Broc.
Hey, sex sells, guys. We're looking for more viewers.
It does. Get everybody all steamy. Justin laying across your lap.
Oh, with that hair. Maybe I'll shave my chin hair and I can have like little plumes of that one.
There you go. Plumes. That's a good word. Never thought you'd have plumes on today's episode.
So
cool.
I want to run down what we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to make fun of Justin for seeing the Jungle Book by himself. I mean, Justin's Jungle Book review.
AKA make fun of a grown man for seeing a kid's movie by himself on a Saturday night at 10:30.
Was it 10:30?
Something like that.
All right, we'll get into it.
It was like 7. No, it was earlier.
It
Was a doable time where you don't look like a pedophile.
A pedophile? Is that where you molest Pedialyte?
I had a brain fart there. Sometimes the English language escapes me.
We're also going to talk about the Doctor Strange trailer that came out last week. We're going to talk about just the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general. And
MCU.
And then we're going to talk about Daredevil Season 2 because I finally watched it all.
Yeah, round of applause. You finally got around to it.
Oh, thank you.
You powered through 13 episodes?
Yes,
right?
yes.
Finally. You get
So-
your nerd license back.
Woo! So we're going to talk about that, and if we have time, talk about some other random shite. So let's start first. She stands alone. Jungle Book review.
Movies by myself.
good.
Jungle Book. All right, sorry, go ahead.
I would have went with you. We were looking for somebody to go with, but
Broc was going to take his wife.
yes. You could have been our third wheel.
Justin can't take his computer out. To
Yeah.
the movie.
Hey, honey, you want to go see a kids movie tonight? No, Justin. I want to stay at home by myself.
Yeah, I'd planned on going Sunday, but I took an afternoon nap and woke up in a terrible mood and just went back to bed.
Broc explained to me before the podcast that when he takes naps in the afternoon, he wakes up in a bad mood. I was like, maybe you should stop taking naps then.
Yeah.
It's needed, though.
Yeah, it is. So go ahead, Jungle Book, man. What'd you think of it?
All right. I really liked it. It was a very faithful remake of the original cartoon that Disney made. The voice actors that they picked to do the role were spot on.
Okay.
Idris Elba, who played Heimdall in the Thor
Who's in
movie
Thor.
in the MCU,
Yeah.
was actually really scary as Shere Khan.
So the CGI animal that he played on film was frightening to you as an adult, understanding that you were seeing a movie.
Heimdall's pretty frightening character, too.
He has a cool voice.
He has a cool voice.
But I'm just making sure that I got that straight. That
Yeah.
the
The animated tiger
Were
was
they
very
real
scary.
animals, or were they computer-generated animals?
Everything was CGI, but if you sit down
sit down and watch a movie.
look at they looked like real animals.
You couldn't tell it was a fake jungle.
You couldn't tell it was a fake jungle. You couldn't tell any. The only two animals that you could tell were obviously really fake.
Was the dragon and the unicorn.
No, Ka, the giant snake
Okay.
that was voiced by Scarlett Johansson.
Because it was like insanely long.
Yeah,
right?
the snake. You just kept seeing more snake out in the periphery in the view. They never showed
In the background.
In the background, thank you.
Okay. English language again escaping us
escaping me.
I'm not the one that sounds like an idiot so far.
And King Louie, the leader of the monkeys,
The guy
The
that
orangutan.
the orangutan.
not
like-
the guy that flies the ship in
That's the same guy.
in Tailspin. Oh, it's the same guy. Okay.
tonight. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is it really?
Baloo's the same guy too.
Oh.
They just put clothes on and learned how to fly planes.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
Anyway,
He was like King Kong size.
He was like King Kong size, which was just absurd. But the rest of it, the wolves, the tiger, the panther, all of it, Baloo the bear looked reasonably real.
It's
the
not like
lions-
it's not like you just said, and they blew a bear, and it was reasonably real. That's what I heard. Maybe I got a sick mind, but I was like, "What did you just say?"
Baloo.
Okay.
His name is Baloo.
And they were blowing that bear, and it was really realistic. But
God.
sorry, Mindy. Sorry, Mindy.
Oh God.
I tried. I really tried. I just don't have a soul. I tried. Sorry.
That's because you're staying up late at night thinking the devil was going to get you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
So Baloo looked good. He was Bill Murray.
Yeah. Voiced as
Did
Don
they
just said by Bill
explain
Murray.
why there's a bear in a jungle in this movie at all? Or they just say it's all in India and all these animals exist?
It's in India, so that's there.
And there's wolves.
It's based off of Rudyard Kipling. I believe
I
is how you
think,
say his name.
I think
the
you may have
original
effed
book.
that up, but we'll just let that one
I
go.
think it might be Kipling.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, it was very faithful to the original cartoon. I loved the cartoon as a little kid.
Yeah, me too.
There
I
were-
actually don't think I've ever saw the animated movie.
Not surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a
good.
couple scenes in the new version that were taken directly out of the animated version. They remade them in.
Well,
in
Not that you meant
CGI.
like you're watching it, then it cuts to a cartoon.
Like Mary Poppins.
No, but
Like what's going on? Is this they just showing the cartoon?
but
If we know anything about Justin, he hates when there's a half people.
Let's not get into half
Yeah, I
human,
heard that
half
last
cartoon.
week.
that was
movie.
pretty. That was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I like half human, half. I'm not putting that image on the screen again.
But overall, I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 9.5. I think on the
Jeez.
review.
9.5 out of
there.
64
Did you
stars.
see that novel that he wrote on Facebook?
I
about?
skipped over
It
it.
was a really long review I wrote. I usually don't write reviews that long, but
It was so
a lot to
long that
say.
I like had to stop what I was doing. You know, like when you read something on Facebook and you can get it real fast when you're at like a stoplight or in between work. I'm like, I gotta sit down and like hit more and like really
Notice
get into it. You know?
that's exactly why though. When I started the review, I was like, Jungle Book, long review.
It was a long
Well, I saw it and I go, he's just going to talk about all this on the podcast.
Yeah.
I have no reason to read this.
True.
Oh, that's funny.
But it was good. That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was good. They've already talking about doing a sequel.
How much money did it make?
Opening weekend, it made $103 million, which
Pretty good.
And what did it cost to make?
that I don't know.
Oh, you don't have the stat.
I don't know the budget.
It didn't cost $400 million like Batman did. Is
No.
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
Definitely
No.
not.
So it's another profit for Disney.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
You know,
good
they
'cause-
needed another profit
Yeah,
this year.
they're
I was
hurting.
really starting to worry that Disney, everybody's going to have to get new jobs.
They needed a win, and I'm glad that it's going to be their win.
You know, but after $8 billion for Star Wars and whatever Captain America's going to make, they got Jungle Book too.
The
Yeah.
production budget was $175 million.
Well, they haven't cleared it yet, but they will.
Well,
Worldwide.
domestically, they're at 125. Worldwide, they are at 357. So they've doubled their.
They're good.
They're good.
So I have a question about the movie.
Is this a for real one?
Yeah, it's a for
Okay,
real
go
one.
ahead. Because you got that I'm going to say something funny face. So go ahead.
Do the animals speak English, or does he speak animal?
I don't know.
Then I can't see this movie.
I think you're supposed to understand that he
If this explanation takes longer than a
understands
minute.
he understands the animals, but then that said, the other animals understand each other, because there's at one point in a movie where a little monkey or something comes up to him and it's not speaking, and he asks it, "Do you have a language?" So you don't
And he's like,
know.
"Hey, I speak French, you asshole." What's wrong? Oui, oui.
But yeah, so it's hard to tell whether they're speaking English or whether.
How
he
about we just say
understands
that
them.
it's a movie about animals all
For
over
kids.
for kids, and we just get past it, whether it's they can understand.
I think it's a
English
fair
or-
question to ask if he speaks animal or because
It is. I
In the beginning of the movie, they were all planted with translators, international
Yeah.
translators, like in
Protocol droids.
Yeah, protocol droids, so they can understand each other.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
All right, Jungle Book wrapping up. 9 out of 5, or 9 out of 5. What? 9.5.
9.5 out of 10.
Yeah,
Out of 10.
out of 10.
Cheeses.
Cheeses.
It's a whole cheese wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of a cheese wheel, that's almost a full wheel of cheese right there.
Yep.
All right, on to the next. Thank you.
And Doctor Strange trailer review.
All right,
So-
well, I think we're talking about this because why don't you tell them the story how last week's podcast?
So last week's podcast, we actually cut some out of it because
About 22 minutes.
because after our fight about Star Wars, we got so tired of each other. We tried to do a whole segment about this, and we just didn't talk. It was
cut it out,
awkward.
yeah.
It was very strange, so we cut it out. And then after we filmed recorded the podcast, we literally talked in the store for 3 more hours
3 hours.
that we could have recorded the rest of the month's podcast.
and it
And
had all kind of shows.
oh
yeah.
my god, it was better than us talking.
But
now.
Justin put the microphone away. That's why.
Way to go, Justin.
Well, it's not Justin's fault because
No. So anyway, we decided we had a good topic about talking about the Strange trailer and leading into.
and let's be honest, we were tired of hearing Lance's thought about it, so we kicked him out, brought Broc in, and we decided that we wanted to hear his thoughts on the whole
There we
thing.
go.
So Doctor Strange, I'll take this one to begin
I was
with.
just shocked you were going to talk a lot.
Surprise.
During this.
So this was this is the first introduction of a kind of new character for Marvel because this is a magical character, right? We haven't had that before. I mean, you had
Thor a little bit.
They
Thor.
said we're aliens. I'm sure the hammer's but this is full blown on magic stuff.
Full-blown magic.
Full blown magic. Nothing like we've had before. And I thought the trailer actually. A lot of people said it looked like Inception, which
It did.
didn't
It does,
bother
but
me.
who cares?
But I thought it looked
looked
really
cool.
cool. I liked the way he looked. I was surprised by his American accent, which really kind of threw me off. I'm like,
Yeah, I thought they could go British with it, and I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't have cared if he was British.
I will say it did throw me a little bit. I want to hear him more because he only has a couple lines in the trailer.
Yeah, he didn't talk much.
It's just a
because
teaser
in the
trailer, too.
yeah, but it threw me a little bit the first couple times I watched the trailer because it
right
sound-
across the room.
It's like this trailer's like, damn it, Justin.
picked me up and threw me. It sounded like Hugh Laurie, the guy who plays House on
Yeah, it
House
did.
MD. I thought it was him for a second. It took me 2 or 3 times watching it to realize, oh, that's
It took you that many times?
yeah.
I
To
caught
figure
it
out that was
instantly.
Doctor Strange or Stephen Strange, I guess.
Stephen Strange, yeah.
You know, he's a doctor
Yeah.
before he becomes the.
Yeah, he's
the-
a surgeon.
Yeah, he's always a doctor.
Sorcerer.
What'd you think
Supreme.
about it, Brock? Did you watch it?
I liked it, but I didn't have a clue what was going on. It just looked cool.
It's very confusing.
So I mean, it's just like I said, it's a teaser trailer.
There's a lot of freakiness.
Right.
Astral plane. When
the
she
astral
shoots
plane
him
thing
up.
was cool.
That was cool.
I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Strange, honestly. Like I just saw him in Avengers. I never read like a Doctor Strange book or anything.
Yeah, neither have
but-
I really read much Doctor Strange.
Really-
He's usually just a guest star.
Right.
He's cool though because he's always the one that came in. He was kind of like the Iron Man of the magic world.
Right.
Yeah.
When you had a technology problem, you called Tony and he figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever either the X-Men, Fantastic Four, whoever had a problem with some kind of magic, they would call in him and he would come in and fix it out,
Right.
help somebody get stronger, battle someone with it. You know, he was always cool like that.
And his story is very much like Tony, where he was a man of privilege and took advantage of his like being the best doctor, best medical surgeon, and he was a womanizer a little bit, and he was cocky and arrogant until something happened to him and it brought him down, and it would create his
Yeah.
powers and it humbled him.
Car accident, I think, is what they're going with. In the
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he
car
loses,
accident.
he loses the ability to be a surgeon.
Because
Yeah,
his hands are
yeah.
crushed in the car accident.
That scene at the very beginning of the trailer looked a lot like Deadpool's opening with the car and like the
Rolling
stuff.
over and all
I
that,
was like,
yeah.
that looks a little familiar.
Yeah.
So
And then he gets what he finds. Now, who was the older lady in it that everybody on the internet's mad about because she's not Asian?
Well, here's so it's the Ancient One who trains Stephen Strange in the ways of the mystical arts. In the comic book, he is an old Tibetan man.
Okay.
And they decided to go with the weird chick that's in all the movies as she was the Ice Queen in not Bridge of Terabithia.
There's an ice queen in it. That movie, Bridge of Terabithia. Let's not go off on that horrible movie. Tormenting that was to children.
Well, what was the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? What was that?
Okay, she's the witch.
Yeah, she's the
Okay.
yeah.
So
In that,
she's playing like the ancient one.
She always plays kind of an androgynous
yeah,
role.
she was androgynous angel in
Constantine.
Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she does. She plays this androgynous character.
And everybody's upset because it's not a Tibetan man.
It's not an old Tibetan man.
Tibetan man, yeah.
But it was an old.
Because all those old Tibetan mans that are actors were
Yeah.
like so mad that they didn't get that role.
Finally had their shot at
It
something
wasn't.
big.
It wasn't like when what's his name was the Indian in Lone.
Johnny
In
Depp.
Lone Ranger.
It wasn't Johnny Depp.
Johnny
When-
Depp.
yeah,
Johnny Depp.
yeah, that was
Daniel
the
Day. Or
worst.
no, was it? What's the guy from the Young Guns?
Yeah. Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond
He
Phillips.
wanted that role so bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's some good American Indian actors that were like, I'll play
Absolutely,
Tano.
yeah.
Who's playing Tano? Freaking Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Give me a break. And don't
Give
even
credit,
start
Johnny
about
Depp.
that.
And the other thing is, at least they didn't make her look like an old Tibetan man.
Yeah.
That would have been
That's
even
true.
worse.
And I like her. I think she's a great actress.
she's a
I
great
think
actress.
and the scenes they show her in the preview or in the trailer are good. I liked everything. The only thing I was confused with is I thought the black guy.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Oh, when
Did
you
you just
say that
sneeze?
name, it sounds like you're speaking in tongues when you say that name. What's his name again?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
That's not a name. I mean, you got to get like a name.
Can we
like-
call him Chewie?
Yeah, can we just call him
Chewie.
Chewie?
Sure.
All right, so Chewie I thought was Wong in the trailers, but he's
Wong
actually
is who?
I don't know who's playing Wong.
No,
Wong.
who is Wong?
Wong is
Not-
Doctor Strange.
Don't reach between your legs when you're telling me who Wong is. That you're going to make some kind of... That's Wang. Go into who Wong is. Explain to the people who
Wong is Doctor Strange's Asian manservant, and that
Okay.
is the best way you can describe him.
Yeah, he's like an apprentice or
He's his
something.
apprentice, helps Doctor Strange train in the
And they
ways of
didn't
the
want to
Asian.
do that. So do they have a Wong in this movie?
I don't know.
Yes, they do. And kind of coincidentally enough, the actor's name is Benedict Wong.
Oh, well, then that works.
He was born for this.
He's like my role.
Isn't the main actor
Benedict Cumberbatch.
two Benedicts in there?
Yeah.
Someone goes on set and goes, "Hey, Benedict," and they're like both, "Yeah." Like,
Well, I think that's where you go. You
call
either
him
go Wong or Cumber.
Cumberbuns or Wong.
Cucumber batch or Wong.
This guy's been in some big stuff. He was
Let's
in,
not just sit here and look on Internet Movie Database
Shut up.
while we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, please tell us all about Benedict
Yeah.
Wong.
He was in Prometheus. He was in Kick-Ass 2.
Never saw it.
Okay, so he's
He was in The Martian.
Didn't see it.
so the guy that we can't say his name. What's his name again? black dude.
Chewie Baca.
Chewbacca.
Chewie LaBeouf.
he?
He's playing who?
Chiwetel Ejiofor is playing Baron Mordo.
He's Baron Mordo.
Which Baron Mordo in the comics is Doctor Strange's arch rival
Okay.
because Strange was picked to be the Sorcerer Supreme over one Baron Mordo.
Okay. So
So-
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Do you think it's a good idea bringing this whole magic realm into a very complex Marvel movie universe?
Yes, because I think that's going to build. It's going to be his Eye of Agamotto is going to be another reality gem,
Another Infinity Gem.
Infinity gem.
Yeah, I think they've already pretty much confirmed it's the time gem. So,
Is it
Okay.
the time one?
Yeah.
Okay.
'cause I think they already used the reality on the ether.
No, the reality, I don't know.
Actually, give me 2 seconds. I have a thing for it.
You have a thing for reality.
I think they did
If
that
you don't
already.
know what Infinity Gems are, they are, if you watch Captain America and they had the Tesseract and Avengers and Loki's staff, they're all a part of a powerful weapon that Thanos is going to use to warp the reality. What are you showing me?
This picture of this fat lady eating ice cream.
That's what we need to see right now.
All right. The Tesseract
He
is
has
the
it.
space gem.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so
The
close.
ether is the reality gem.
Okay.
The orb from Guardians of the Galaxy is the power gem.
Which I hate.
The scepter is the mind gem.
Makes sense.
And the time gem and the soul gem are still up for grabs.
Stop for grabs.
They should have
Well,
saved.
I thought the Soul Gem was on Vision.
No, he has the time. He took it from the scepter
That's
Oh, okay.
So do you
or the mind.
The mind, yeah.
do you
the mind
think
gem.
they're not going to make this magic, that it's going to be all connected to like cosmic power and it's not really
think
real
so.
magic?
Well, I also think that the Marvel Universe, I don't think there's any kind of magic because they've kind of made. I feel like the stuff that's in the Thor movies could be magic is just a different science that humans
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think
the
everything is
only-
just science or things the world.
Thor's hammer seems pretty magical.
That's
to
what I was
me.
gonna say. That's the only thing so far that kind of contradicts that, because you're right. In Thor 2, when the Asgardian
Thor Boogaloo.
Flying
Or
robots.
two electric boogaloo.
when the Asgardian healers, doctors, whatever,
Yeah.
when they're trying to heal Jane, she asks them, "Oh, are you doing nuclear da 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 da?" You know, like this complex thing, and they kind of look at her. They're like, "Well, I guess that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the one guy's whispering to a hammer and then it's flying away.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
that's magic.
I
but
think there's going to be an edge, but I feel like that item's going to be an Infinity Stone.
Okay.
And then that's going to tie it in.
I think so, too.
So, which makes me mad for
Okay.
one reason.
Go ahead, get angry.
I am tired that all the Infinity Gems everywhere in the infinite
Are on
space is on Earth or the Nova Core
Yeah.
as the one.
Well, and that's because all these movies take place on Earth.
I understand that,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I like
And Earth in the Marvel Universe is known as like, even in DC, the Earth is known as like the center of like where things go on. Power
I
happens.
think if they had been able to get into the cosmic a little sooner before Guardians of the Galaxy, they might have been able to expand it out a little bit. Like,
now my anger isn't like it's true anger. I'm
It's
annoyed
not
by
dawn
it.
anger.
It's not
Yeah.
dawn
It's not
anger.
last week Rogue
The
One
scepter,
anger.
though, came from space because Thanos gave
Gave
it
it
to
to- yeah.
Thanos. So you did a me earlier with the language when I did pedophile instead of Thanos. Thanos.
Yeah, it came from space.
Yeah.
he gave it to Loki or through the
Right.
Chitauri war leader.
They all
or
came from
whatever.
space.
Yeah.
The Tesseract came from space. It was on Asgard.
And I guess you could say that the whatever Doctor Strange could come through a fastest space if they
Yeah.
can.
He got it at Walmart. I think.
Oh,
it
okay.
depends on where he finds the gem.
Yeah.
Or the necklace or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just
Five
be laying
Below.
around, you know.
Or it could be the ancient one gives it to him because she's been protecting it.
Could be. We'll have to
But
wait and see.
the storyline in the comics.
Do we
where-
want to take any more guesses at what it could be? We
Yeah, sure.
We got
Let's
like
go
5
ahead.
guesses at it. Just keep going. Then what were you saying?
the storyline in the comics, Thanos goes and beats a bunch of guys, and they were like the defenders of the gems.
Right.
But they were
The Infinity Watch.
Yeah. No. It was the Infinity Watch. The
The
Infinity Watch.
Guardians of the Universe, or
That's it. Yeah.
Later, it was the Infinity
Like the
Watch.
in-between.
That was,
Yeah, the
that
Infinity Watch was Adam.
Warlock and the guys.
Yeah. But they were horrible characters. One was like the gardener, and one was the runner, and then one was
the in-betweener.
in-betweener.
The Collector was one.
One
of
was
them.
the bender over,
Well, like the tank, he was the in-betweener.
Champion was another
Yeah.
one.
The champion,
the shocker.
the shocker,
I can't remember. I think we hit them all.
in-betweener,
I'm sure we'll figure it
collector.
out.
The collector was part of that too. But anyways, I digress.
I digress.
I don't know. I think it looks good. I like it. But
I
the,
do too.
The Wong thing confused me, but
I think the magic stuff is a lot less far-fetched than the whole Norse mythology stuff that they
It
managed
is.
to work in there.
I mean, I feel like, it will lead us to this other question I have. So this movie, every year it seems like, other than the Cap movies, the Iron Man movies, the Avenger movies, you got the weird Marvel movie that everybody thinks is going to be the one that they've gone too far. It started with Guardians. Everybody's like, you have a talking raccoon, a talking tree, and outer space. They've gone too far.
Yeah.
Guardians comes out. Oh, everybody loves it. It's hilarious. Everybody loves Chris Pratt. Can't wait for number 2. Last year was Ant-Man. What's this character?
Yeah,
he
he just shrinks.
and he's a little guy. Ant-Man was a huge success. Everybody loves it. Now he's in Civil War.
Has a
So
sequel coming.
already they're talking this one, Doctor Strange, this is it. This is too weird. It looks weird. This is going to be the one that
jumps the
jumps
shark.
the shark, as they say, or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Do you think that that's going to be the case?
No way. Because what Marvel does perfectly is they make it serious enough that you care about the characters, but lighthearted enough where you have fun watching the movie.
Right.
And they have picked the perfect formula, and I know that they get criticized for it, but I actually enjoy watching a Marvel movie because I don't want to see dark crap all the
Well,
time.
I mean, and that's the thing. If you that's where I'm saying there could be a problem because Guardians and Ant-Man. Guardians had Chris Pratt, Bradley Cooper, funny people. They lightened up. I mean, Rocket was hilarious. Ant-Man had Paul Rudd. We've gushed over Paul Rudd millions
Paul
of
Rudd's
times.
amazing.
We made it funny. What is Benedict Cumberbatch a funny guy, or who's funny in this movie?
I don't know that there's going to be a lot of lightness, but he has a huge fan following from Sherlock.
Okay.
And as a guy that loves Sherlock, and he's good
Well,
at
I mean, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I like him.
I
just
got
want-
you wrong.
You did. You got me totally wrong. I just wonder if the people that are used to Marvel movies are going to go in and go, is Robert Downey Jr. going to make a joke at some point in this movie? Or where's
There'll be a good bit of comedy.
But we don't know what the
force it
relationship
in there.
between Doctor Strange and his Wong is going to be like.
he may have a very close relationship with his Wong.
So, I mean, they could do that, or there's a lot of things that they could do to make it.
You think they'll have any Marvel characters show up in this movie?
He's already been mentioned in the last Cat movie.
Is he in New York?
Yes.
So
That's
they might
where his
have
sanctum
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 Sanctorum.
Sanctorum.
scrotum sanctuary.
not doing a picture of a scrotum sanctuary.
No.
Oh,
Maybe.
Can I draw a house with just testicles?
So do you? You do the art for it. I'll put it on YouTube.
Oh, man.
Do you think he'll show up in like Spider-Man? Don't draw it right now. You'll distract us.
I think this is going to be kind of a standalone for now. They may mention the events of the Avengers, or they may mention the Avengers. You might get because Shield's not around anymore. I was going to say you might get an odd Shield member, but
I don't think that much of it's going to happen in the United States.
No, I think it's going to be the astral plane. It's going to be Tibet, wherever he goes to meet the Ancient One.
Okay.
And it might even be where he comes back and realizes something's changed, or he might even be the one that sees what may happen in the future.
Maybe he sees a glimpse of stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe maybe Thanos will make an appearance in it.
Maybe he'll be in. He's supposed to be in Infinity War, though, right?
Who, Doctor Strangelove? Yeah.
Doctor Strangelove.
I read an article earlier this week that said right now they haven't, because they're not finished writing the Infinity War movies yet, but they have 67 characters that they can pick from to use.
What's a big movie? I mean, it's
and
a
also,
lot of.
I bet we don't even see Thanos in the first one. I bet you he is coming, and then.
Well, I hope. Well, this will lead right into our next topic. We're talking about the Marvel MCU and what's going to happen moving forward. So, do you think it's just going to be sort of a Thanos kind of thing, or do you think he's going to have minions?
He's got to have minions.
The Black Order.
I think the Black Order is going to be. I think that's actually why they were created in the comics.
Now, when we say he's going to have minions, we don't mean the yellow Twinkie-looking things. He's not going to have a bunch of those.
Oh my god! I wish he did. That'd be amazing.
He just showed up with minions. Oh, with weird with red eyeballs.
The next speaking weird Spanish or whatever they speak.
The
next
time they do the Minions movie, when they go through time, they're going to have a picture of Thanos, and they're going to be like,
yeah, it'd be great.
So the Black Order, they were kind of new in the comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were
it came out in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they debuted in the comic titled Infinity War.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I think they would be good because I don't want to see the Avengers and all these extra superheroes fighting another giant army. We've seen that.
Right.
You've seen that. I wouldn't mind in seeing 20 or so good guys fighting 5 really badass outer space guys.
But I really think that the Chitauri is going to come back into play with this.
You think they'll be there
I
again?
think they're going to be.
They'll be there. The Sakarans or whatever from Guardians will probably come back.
Okay. So they have to have some of that stuff.
I think what it's
They'll
going to
be
be
fodder.
is, I think it's going to be that they take care of those waves like quickly, and then like all of a sudden Corvus Glaive, which is one of the Black Order.
Love me some Corvus Glaive.
What is it? Supergiant,
Proxima Midnight.
They're going to come out.
Dwarf.
Black Dwarf.
And the guy with the great name. What's his name? The one, the mind reader dude, the mind controlled guy.
Is that?
I'll
know
get
it's
it
Corvus Glaive.
No, Corvus Glaive has the big sickle.
Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw
Yes.
is one. Yep.
Yes.
So
Yeah, those guys were good. They were basically, if you've never read any books with a minute, they're just 5 really powerful, like cosmic beings that just kill people for Thanos.
Yeah.
They show up on Earths and just basically destroy everybody.
I expect pictures of all of these on the YouTube.
Oh, we'll get them on there.
Especially Supergiant.
He's the only one that I think, spoiler alert, gets killed in that book
Yeah, he's the only one.
because he's the worst name.
Yeah. What's your name? Supergiant. Well, that's a dumb name. What are we going to do with
Because
these?
super or just giant wasn't enough.
Right.
I want to be better than a giant.
He's not even that big.
No.
Because
weird.
doesn't
I don't
Black
even think
Dwarf
it-
grow? He's
Well,
not.
what I think it is they're all, it's all named, like Black Dwarf, Supergiant's the name of a star. They're all they're all cosmic names. A Supergiant is a
What's
is a
an
sun.
Ebony Maw?
I forget. I read this once before. They're all tied into either something to do with darkness or
Death.
Well, Ebony's dark, so
yeah. Oh, thanks.
Because
What about Ivory?
Yeah, what's Ivory? Pink.
Thanos is the avatar of death
Yes.
in the
Right.
Marvel universe.
So it makes sense that he has all that. They're a cool group. Proxima Midnight was my favorite. So what are you looking forward to seeing, let's say, in the going forward as we move past these movies here, and like Infinity War and that? What would you guys like to see? You hoping they do everybody or just like a handful of these Avengers?
I want everybody, and here's how I want them.
Okay. Naked, on a bed, tied up.
In a scrotum sanctuary.
And an apple in her mouth.
No, what I want to see is the reason I want Chitauri is I want to show when Thanos is coming down and they think they're just invading New York, I want it to be everywhere. Okay. So you can see the Netflix guys fighting Chitauri, like the Defenders.
That would be cool.
And it could be CGI. And then you can cut off to Ghost Rider. I don't need him to talk or anything.
Just a quick cameo.
Just a CGI Ghost Rider fighting off like 5 of them to show that there's other superheroes around the world that are also trying to help save people in this situation.
You can throw anybody in there. That would be cool. Yeah.
And then if they're going to do a Cloak and Dagger series on Freeform,
which used to be ABC Family.
yes, then throw a CGI version of them in.
That takes place in like Louisiana.
Yeah.
So they're down there in the bayou.
Yeah, just
fighting Chitauri
in the swamp. I think it'd be great to see that. Is more like a kind of like an empire when they invade a planet. There's different, like, that's what I want to see them like with all those different.
You know what it
races.
reminds me of when you watch the watch the old X-Men '92 cartoon.
Yeah.
When they showed you Jean Grey going Dark Phoenix, then they showed you like the Fantastic Four in their lab.
Yeah.
And they're like looking around. Then they showed you Spider-Man swinging.
Yeah.
And he's looking up at the sky.
Exactly.
They showed the Avengers in their mansion. You know, and when you're it's 1992, you were like, oh, look how cool that is.
Yeah, because it
Other
shows
heroes.
and it shows how big of a worldly event it actually is.
Right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
That's an awesome idea, and I really like it. It's
But
never gonna happen.
why? You just said there's 63 characters.
Did you just shit all over Ken's
I
idea?
feel like I'm a toilet right now.
love-
I feel like I'm the floor of the comic book store.
He was
with
like-
just shit all over me.
He's like, Ken's got a good idea.
I like it, but you know how they're gonna show the global scale? They're gonna show them attacking Wakanda and Black Panther having to deal with it in Wakanda. They're gonna show Doctor Strange in Tibet.
But
having
don't you
to
think
deal
that
with
Isn't
that's
that what we
stuff
just said?
yeah, but we're not
But
allowed
it's,
to have.
We didn't choose the right
but what I'm
characters.
saying is, no, it's not. You're not going to get the Defenders. You're not going to get.
But why not?
The Defenders are going to be in it. The Netflix guys are going to
There's
make
no
it.
way. There's no way.
And why?
Because
Don't sit back in
there
your seat
is
all pissed off.
Because he just
No,
like
no, no,
he's
no.
like they're not going to be in it because I said so. And I'm Justin and I do the stats on this podcast.
I know.
And I say things and they're
God damn it, I watched a YouTube video that had theories in it, and that's what they said.
Don, I bought a whole 4th screen for bullshit YouTube conspiracies.
I was playing art, I was working, I was doing the podcast, and I had bullshit YouTube theories. I gotta find that image. Damn it.
no, there's the
you have to
reason
find
is
4 screens. Now.
4 screens now.
there's a rift right now at Disney and Marvel.
There's a rift in here, all right.
between the movie universe and the television universe.
And I've heard that, but
But
there's-
wait a minute, that's not the television universe. The television universe
The
that they
television
hate
universe
is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The television universe controls Netflix also.
That's a different realm, those Netflix shows, though.
But it's controlled by the same they're technically 2 different companies right now.
I kind of think we're going to see Daredevil. I kind of think.
I would like it. I love all the characters we've seen on Netflix so far, and I'm
Why
excited
don't
about
you
what's
get
coming.
in a better mood about it and be positive about it?
Did you just have a nap like Brock did?
I
looked like he
did
was
take a
napping
nap
there
before
for a
I
minute.
came here.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to rein
jerk.
in my excitement because I don't want to get my hopes up and then have them smashed. Because I don't think they're ever going to cross over. You're going to hear mentions.
I don't want to see them. Like, I don't want to see the guy that plays Daredevil next to Cap. I want, like, and I don't even want the actors in it. Like, if you give me a CGI Daredevil, like a away shot of, like, Daredevil and Luke Cage and whatever fighting Chitauri, that's all I need.
Yeah, I just need a little
Like a hint.
something to get us in the mood, get us excited. That's all.
Don't even say he's Daredevil. Just get a red suit. Give me Santa Claus, bro.
What's the time?
I don't know.
33 minutes, something like that.
All right.
Oh, that's funny. So let's go in that a little bit and say, all right, we see this big Infinity War, right? We have all these people that we may or may not see.
Yes.
After that leads us into Phase 4.
It-
Which everybody's been talking about as the next. This is the Infinity War's over, your big climax.
There's 10 movies in this wave. That
Yeah,
we gotta
Yeah.
get
and then they're
through.
talking Phase 4 already. So,
Which I'm excited for.
yeah.
You know they're gonna set up for another big event.
But what big event do they do?
What do you think they do?
Kree Skrull War.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't have the rights to one of those.
Here, Brock, welcome to shitting on ideas tonight. Courtesy of Justin.
I think it's the
Oh, what do you
Skrulls.
like? You like that? Come over here.
I think it's the Skrulls they don't have access to.
Why don't they? The
Which-
Skrulls are Fantastic Four.
Which I think Justin's right. But
But brings
They
us
could
to
do
the
the
next
Kree
point.
Chitauri War.
But no,
Well, yeah.
that brings us to the next point. By that time, because let's talk about the Fantastic Four movie and how horrible that was. Yeah. There's no way Fox is making another movie of that. Nope. Do you think by the time Phase 4 rolls around, the FF are back in the Marvel Universe?
if they have the FF back, the next big storyline I would bet money on it, if they have the rights back, is going to be Galactus.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because that's the next other like big cosmic event. Like, and then you can even have
Which I think they're going to have them back by then. Because, Statman, how bad did that last Fantastic Four movie do?
It was awful.
No, don't say it was awful. Give me stats. I can say it was awful.
It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I thought you had these stats handy.
I didn't have Fantastic Four.
They didn't tie
Alright,
up
well,
any
again, he
story.
disappointed
It
us.
just
There was-
happened.
Here,
I hate. Oh, go ahead.
sorry. So
How much it cost to make?
All right, so I hate when superhero movies don't say the name of the superheroes that are in it.
They won't say it.
Yeah, like, and I know that Joss Whedon was being cute by saying like Avengers, and then they cut
Yeah.
away the assemble. Like,
Yeah.
that was whatever. You're funny. And then in the end of Fantastic Four, he's like, we need a name. It's like, well, this place is fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
There's
it was,
four of us
well,
standing here.
I mean, and that's probably the best part of that movie because
Yeah.
the rest of
The
it was
ending.
a pile of crap.
Well, I just like the thing didn't have his pants on the entire
So go ahead.
it's even worse than I thought. So the budget on this was 120 million. That probably doesn't include marketing.
because it was marketed a lot.
Domestic gross was only $56 million.
Oh my god. So,
Worldwide, it only made 167 million.
so it was a total flop.
Yeah.
Total flop.
So there's no way they can make a sequel to this.
Well, they've
They probably
stopped.
will though, just to snub Disney.
I don't know. I think by that time they're going to sell it back,
I don't think.
or not sell it back, but do some kind of deal.
I would agree with Brock if it broke even. Because if they got the money out of it that they put into it, they could just make one. It would be just an to Disney. But
I
if
think they're going to come crawling back with it and go do something with this.
Or do you think that they just don't care and let the rights?
If they just let the rights run out, then they won't have to sell it.
How long would they have to wait for that to happen?
don't they have to put it out every 2?
It's something like every 2 years or some. I don't know. It's something.
So they have to be working on it at least every year
Yeah.
or something. Have it announced or something stupid.
So there's a possibility if we.
So, and right now, technically, they have Fantastic Four 2 in pre-production.
Which it won't happen.
It'll be another reboot.
According to this, no, it's according to this, they would have to have a new Fantastic Four movie start actual production by 2022, or the rights revert.
Okay.
so
That's
that's
a
a
long
while.
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Wave 3 is going to take, 3.5 years to finish?
Yeah. It ends with Infinity War 2, which
Which is like 2019 or
something
2020.
like that. Yeah.
So it'd be tight. So we let's be honest. We're not going to see it.
Well, you never know. I mean, these talks are happening all the
Hey,
time.
you never know.
Spider-Man-
Disney might
Spider-Man
buy
worked
Warner
out.
Brothers, and then we're going to have the Justice League versus the.
You never know. The way they operate, something could happen. They start talking.
Yeah.
I think he's shaking his head at me again, saying no, it's not going to happen.
Can we call this episode Justin Poo Poo's on the gang?
We'll
All right,
call it cheese poop is what we'll call this episode. So,
the thing with the contract with Sony and Spider-Man was a one shot because Sony as a whole, not just Sony Entertainment, Sony as a whole was about ready to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
And they were talking about selling Sony Entertainment off, and then they came in and made this deal with Marvel that's going to net them.
It was smart.
Yeah,
smart.
It was very
exactly-
smart on their
exactly
side.
what they needed to do. Because let's face it, that Spider-Man franchise was going nowhere.
Yeah, and now everyone benefits.
The
from
worst
it.
part about that is as bad as that second movie, I liked The Amazing Spider-Man, the
it's
first one. The second one was not a good movie,
just a
but it
downer.
still made like $800 million
But again,
worldwide.
that movie, it was a lot of marketing in that cost too. For
but
that.
it still made profit. But it should have been, if it had been as good as the first one, it'd have made $1 billion. It'd have been $1 billion.
And let's be honest, that you could have fixed that movie easily. It was a lot of downers, like Brock said, but the villains made no sense. And although them trying to shoot their load essentially to set this off as a big this was the kickoff to their quote unquote Spider-Man
Why does
universe.
shooting a load make every podcast? Some kind of load shooting thing. And this time you said it. So, Mindy, I didn't say the load. Ken said a load that time, okay? Just for the record. At 38 minutes. Thank you.
But the other problem with was not only did they not make sense, but they were cartoon. I mean, it was cartoons in a semi-serious movie.
It was half human, half cartoon person. which-
Yeah, and we know how Justin
Yeah,
loves
he knows how he
that.
feels about that.
Well, no, just the
Not a fan of
ridiculous
Mary
accent
Poppins.
that Paul Giamatti had as the Rhino, and Jamie Foxx acting.
It was bad.
It was bad.
And the Green Goblin,
They're best friends, but they don't mention him
Yeah.
at all in the first movie.
Exactly.
It was all around bad. They were trying too hard. So they wised up. They did it. So let's say we don't think Fox. We think Fantastic Four there is a shot. Let me ask you this question out there, because we talked about this last week in our private After Dark podcast. Will we ever see the X-Men in the MCU?
Absolutely not.
Never.
I'm all right with that. Because for many, many years, the X-Men and the regular Marvel Universe didn't mix a lot. They were always kind of the bastard children of the Marvel Universe, did their own thing, while the Avengers and all the other storylines were going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm fine with them not mixing.
And there's enough X-Men stuff that they can sustain their own thing for a long time.
Well, you would think, but God, the X-Men are burning through their big storylines.
Yeah.
And like we talked about last week, you said
we didn't talk about it.
we didn't talk about it, but you didn't hear it. But we were talking about how
we talked
no
about
one heard
it.
it.
We didn't record it or
Sorry,
anything.
my brain went crazy again there. We were saying how they just cast a whole new young X-Men, right? So they have these new people. They cast Sansa Stark as Jean Grey and a new Cyclops. But this movie takes place in the 80s. So how are they the new X-Men? Were they just going to do movies in the past until we catch up?
I think so.
Because, I mean, Deadpool is in the current time. So their continuum is so screwy.
And I really don't think Fox cares.
No,
I think they're just going to be like, oh, did they do, what was the next story they did? There's one that's called Man Loves, God Kills. Sweet.
Let's make it
in the 90s.
That'll be in the
We're
90s.
in the 90s now. Yeah, there
But
you
that
go.
doesn't make any sense because that happens on an island and there's really not a
Yeah,
time
they don't
frame.
care.
It's in the 90s. We'll
don't
put
care.
different 90s references in it and everyone will have gel bracelets and wearing, cross colors clothing and then we'll be good to go.
It's just weird. It's just they're all over the place with it. I mean, because I was watching Days of Future Past again 2 nights ago. It was on HBO. Okay. And it's like, there's that Colossus in it again. And you're like, all right, and they fix the continuum, and here you go, and Colossus is painting things with Kitty at the end. But then Deadpool comes along, and we have
A brand new Colossus.
It's totally different.
They're just all over the place. I don't know how they're ever going to fix that universe.
They don't care.
But
They
the
don't.
one thing, though, did you see him as... I don't remember.
Oh, shit's going down.
Here we go. Alarm's going
Somebody
on.
broke into the store. Oh, God!
Oh, no.
Thanks, Brock.
Did you... I don't remember. Do you see him as Colossus?
No,
Or
you
is
see
he
him
just...
Who?
In Days of Future Past?
Yeah, he's
okay.
fighting the
I was
Sentinel.
going to say, because maybe...
Where
if
were you
just-
going with this?
If you just saw his human form, because
He could
all
be a
you...
Russian guy that looks exactly like the English guy
Yeah.
that's in the other movies.
YouTube bullshit theory.
No, it's true.
I'm just trying to connect it.
Oh, what's that? That's my
That's a bullshit alarm. Here comes the theory coming in hot off the press.
But, I
My
mean,
Morse code's got a new theory.
as far as the amount of money they're making, I don't ever see them
It's not going
stopping.
away.
No.
I don't know. I just thought maybe. I mean, again, you never know with Fox
Disney
and
has
Disney.
a lot of money they can throw around to get
They
these
do have a lot of
things.
money to get stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
They spent
you know?
$4 billion on Star Wars. I don't know if they're going to be buying franchises.
Oh, they made that
anytime.
back. They're
they're-
good.
Oh yeah.
They had Star Wars oranges.
Yeah. For Christ's sake.
You could live for 90 days, I bet, buying nothing but Star Wars themed food.
You could, yeah, because you could get cereal.
There was
The
that.
only thing you couldn't get is milk. I don't think there's Star Wars milk. But, I mean,
Well, there was that commercial with the little kid that wanted the R2D2 soup.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything.
there's Star Wars
ridiculous.
soup. There's juice for Star Wars.
Produce with it branded on there.
Right, yeah. I mean, you could...
Meat.
It's
Have you
insane.
seen
I'm
Star
not sure
Wars
about it.
meat?
There's like there's chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
Star Wars chicken nuggets.
There's your protein.
So we have a podcast challenge.
Yeah, just eat Star Wars related food for like.
Let's dive down a little bit since the movie's out of theaters.
Yeah,
but
but
we'll
once,
wait for December to come around and we'll try
when
this.
episode 8 comes out, then it'll
The,
be
the
like
week before the movie comes out, all we're allowed to eat is Star Wars.
Star
food.
Wars branded food. Right now, there's a lot of shit with Civil War on it.
There is. I had some Pringles.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper everywhere.
Basically, if there's a movie coming out, Cheez-Its makes it on the box. Cheez-Its capital. They're like the whore of the food. They'll make it. They're like, what do you got a movie about? Jungle Book?
Have you guys had
Some
the
Cheez-Its.
burnt Cheez-Its that
Yeah.
they sell?
Burnt Cheez-Its?
Yeah, they're called extra toasty. They're just slightly burnt Cheez-Its.
Oh, that's great. And
I love them.
Oh my god, that's the greatest marketing meeting ever.
Yeah.
Well, we need
We're
to.
burning a lot of these. We need to figure out something to do with it because our profits are going down.
I prefer
Did
them.
we talk to the people about the Jungle Book Cheez-Its? They're out. They don't want to do anything with them. What about Garfield
How did
and
we
Paris?
get on Cheez-Its? Wow.
That was you. That was me. I talked about Star Wars food.
Oh, that's funny.
So, do we have any ideas what we're gonna do for Phase 4 Marvel? So Galactus maybe,
Galactus.
I don't think we're going to get...
Secret War. Could do that.
a Secret War.
You could do Secret Invasion.
Not without Skrulls.
Well, yeah.
Justin said there's no Skrulls.
Justin, the cheese speaks. The cheese is
Sorry.
right.
Could you see if Marvel is working with Sony for Spider-Man? Could we see a Maximum Carnage
movie.
like symbiote crashes or some kind of
That could be cool.
yeah.
I don't feel that's big enough to warrant all the Avengers Maximum Carnage.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Well, it's not the Avengers anymore because there's not going
Well,
to
it
be.
depends what they are after it's over.
Well, yeah, but it's a lot
it's
of
not
those
gonna be
characters.
these Avengers. I don't.
Yeah,
It's going to be led. It's
well,
going to be like Black Panther,
Captain Marvel,
Captain Marvel,
Doctor Strange, a lot of
Probably
different.
Bucky, Cap.
and I bet we're
Yeah.
going to actually see a Hulk movie again
You
in
think
Phase
so?
4 because I think that guy's going to do. He'll do any movie.
Well, I did read recently in some news. I did some cheese work like this week, like the cheese.
It's like, is that
And-
Gouda? Is that
and,
pepper
I,
jack?
and I saw that Robert Downey Jr. signed on for Spider-Man: Homecoming,
Okay.
which is the title
Yeah.
of the Spider-Man movie.
But I'm disappointed because Michael Keaton is now officially out.
Of what? Money?
closet.
The Spider-Man Homecoming movie. I saw that today.
Who is he gonna
Okay.
be?
He was
They
going to be
don't-
Michael Keaton.
They
Birdman.
a lot of
Batman?
people were saying possibly he was going to be the Vulture.
Okay.
He's
The
going to have a bunch
Birdman.
of clones, and they were going to do all his jobs for him,
The
have sex
Jackal.
with his wife. Wait, that's multiplicity. Sorry. I got that wrong. What else did I see? I saw that Chris Evans is now backing off the whole I'm done as Cap, and he's willing to be in talks for movies beyond that.
Well, I want to know if Downey Jr. signed another new contract because
You
he was
don't know
on-
him well enough to just call him Downey Jr. He's
What,
Robert
Mr. Downey Jr.
He's Robert
Downey Jr. Whatever. I'm curious if he signed a new contract because when he was on Kimmel,
He's being a dick about it. He
well,
can't ever
he's-
tell you. He, has
he
to be
said
fired.
he's like, well, I don't know, we don't have a contract yet.
That was for Spider-Man.
Yeah, for the Spider-Man. So I'm interested if he signed another deal.
But
And
are
is
you
it-
interested in what he's doing? That's the real question. Are you interested about
I
it?
am interested.
I am interested. Yeah.
Say
You know
interested
what I think's
one
going to
more
happen? Let me
time.
tell you what. Robert Downey Jr. can't stay out of the spotlight. And when all these movies are said and done and
Guaranteed
Infinity War
paycheck.
wraps up, he's going to think to himself, all right, what am I going to do? Make another Sherlock Holmes? Or do I want to miss that gravy train of Avengers movies rolling around and not be involved? Because, they love it. I mean, he is so popular. He walks anywhere, people light up around him. He loves being Iron Man.
And the thing about him is
Because he is Iron Man. That's
yeah, he is.
essentially-
Yeah.
But he admits that this completely saved his career and maybe
course it
Probably
did.
his life.
probably his life.
Of course it did.
But incidentally, they are possibly going to be filming Sherlock 3 this year.
God. They should film Due Date, too.
Due Date was a great movie.
Due Date was a great movie. Due Date's a movie that me and Broc discovered one night, after the comic book store, talking on my couch till 3 a.m. And then we're like, "What's on HBO?" And they're like, "Oh, this is Robert Downey Jr. movie." And we were hysterical during it. We were laughing so hard we were waking everybody up in the house. That's how hard we were laughing over that
good.
movie. But Zach Galifianakis,
Spits on that dog.
that's such a great. It's such a great movie. So anyway, Due Date 2 coming after the Infinity War. Yeah, along with Sherlock Holmes 5.
I want to see Miss Marvel.
I want to see Miss Marvel too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I always
And
like
first of all,
Marvel,
it's
Miss
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel, not Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
She's
Miss
no,
Marvel is Kamala Kwan.
She'll probably be in the Inhumans movie.
They scrapped that.
They scrapped the
They
Inhumans.
took it.
What?
They took it off the list, which I'm actually excited.
Probably because of the war between the television universe and the movie universe.
Yeah, that big
Hold on.
war.
This just in the bullshit YouTube theories. Marvel's mad at itself for making money hand over fist on television and movie rights.
I don't get why there's a war between them. They both are successful.
I think it has to do with the fact that Kevin Feige used to report to this other guy.
This other guy, Jesus, he used to report to Jesus.
I can look his name up here in a second.
Don't.
And Feige was kind of threatening to leave if he didn't get equal footing. And so they gave him a promotion, and he's got the movie universe, and this other guy's got the TV universe.
Oh. Do me a favor real quick. Tell me again how the TV universe operates. It's how...
Poor Justin.
Poor Justin. He's so mad right now. His little cheeks are so red, and he's just so angry. He's typing away on his little machine.
He's not.
there.
He stopped recording. He's
I
just
know.
like
He just shut it off.
Shut it down.
a bunch of
It's
jerks.
dead air. All right, so I think we wrapped up the MCU. Anything else we want to talk about there?
Is there anything that we want to see that we don't think that they have slated? Is there something you'd like to see?
I don't know. I mean, they cover everybody. I'm not a guy that wants to see Planet Hulk or any of that stuff like that.
If there was one character that they have that's not part of the X-Men
I can't
universe,
say Havoc.
not part of the X-Men universe, and it's not part of their TV universe because we
Okay.
don't get Justin upset.
I got mine.
Who would you like to see?
Triathlon.
Triathlon. Brock wants to see triathlon because triathlon is horrible, and he loves joking about it.
Triathlon's an amazing character.
Yeah, he's amazing. He has 3 times the powers of a regular guy.
He's
three
3 times
the
as
speed,
fast,
3 times the brain.
strong.
Yeah, it's
3
ridiculous.
times as strong as the peak.
Peak. So 3 times as strong as Justin. Peak human.
Yeah,
actually,
I'm the peak human
I think
being.
it's 10 times though.
No, it's 3.
Is it 3?
That's why try.
Yeah.
That's 3 different things.
No,
It's 3 because remember his hero click has 3. He get perplexed.
he's an idiot. Anyway.
But here's what was great at him being a great character. He got his powers from taking super steroids.
Yeah.
And that's what that's the kind of, we need to get the kids out and let them know that
Remember
if they
his
take
outfit
drugs.
that he wore?
Oh, yeah, it's very.
But then he got the 3D glasses and could see the scrolls. But
Yeah.
then we can't have scrolls.
Yeah,
So, then you're never going to see that.
My character is Nova.
Okay.
I would like to see them expand on the Nova Corps and actually introduce Centurions.
That'd be a good way to bridge that gap between.
Yeah, because I didn't like the way they had the Novas and Guardians of the Galaxies flying into
They
their
made a big
ships.
net.
So
They
do
made
you-
a big net.
If they make.
What's that going to do?
No, nothing.
That's
And it
stupid.
didn't do
It did nothing. All it did was
Just killed a
slow
bunch
the
of
machine
people.
down for like 5 minutes.
And killed the entire Nova Corps.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a machine. It was just a ship.
Yeah.
They killed all their people to stop one ship.
Here's a better idea. Why don't you open fire on the ship and start shooting instead of, let's make a big net. Everybody lock in. And then they're like, ah.
Do you think that they practice that at Nova Corps? They're
it
like,
was the
everybody
worst plan ever.
form a giant net. And they're like, when are we ever going to use this? They're like, Pete, we're going to use it one day, for God's sakes.
Worst plan ever. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to see real Novas.
Okay.
Anything. I think
So you want to see
Rich
Rich
Rider.
Rider.
Rich
Helmet
Rider, even
comes to
Sam
Earth.
Alexander, I don't care. Somebody, I'd like to see a real Nova.
So
Nova's the Green Lantern of the Marvel Universe.
pretty much. Now, if you see Nova, do you want them to do, what's his team that's on
New
Earth?
Warriors.
New
New Warriors with
Yeah.
Thrasher.
Wouldn't be bad.
You want to see
Rage.
Speedball. Rage would be great.
Yeah. Ray Triathlon.
Silhouette.
Night Thrasher.
Slapstick.
Oh, slapstick.
That whole gang. It'd be cool.
All right.
Firestar.
So,
All right.
Brock, seriously, who would you like to see?
I don't know. They've pretty much hit everything at this point. That's good.
Okay.
They're doing Defenders, but it's not the real Defenders.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, that Defenders is a weird team because the Defenders is Hercules.
Right.
It's Hercules, Ghost Rider,
Silver
Angel,
Surfer,
Silver Surfer, Hulk,
and Iceman, I think.
Iceman,
And Noah.
Noah.
Or
Noah's Ark.
Or did we just list off the champions?
I think
You
we
did
mixed
the
the two
champions.
together.
I think you just listed the champions.
I think they were the same though.
They
It's
had a lot of
weird.
overlap.
So if we're talking Defenders, let's lead into our...
Well, I would like to say who I'd like to see in the movie.
Okay, give us yours.
I want to see Sleepwalker in the movie.
Oh, I knew it was going to be something stupid.
It's not stupid.
Sleepwalker, you know what? Speaking of Sleepwalker, I actually heard that they were going to throw that in to that animated world that they were building.
With,
you know, Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That Sleepwalker was somebody that they were going to do.
Wasn't there like an Easter egg involving him in the movie
yeah,
somewhere?
something.
I think his toy was on the shelf or
Yeah,
something.
something like that.
Because it would be a good cartoon movie.
It would be a great cartoon movie because Sleepwalker, if let me make sure I remember this correctly, is a guy when he falls asleep, his body turns into a superhero.
It looks like the Green Goblin with a
Yeah.
little Santa hat on.
He
or
looks
something like
horrible. But if he flies, he's got one set of powers. But if he touches Earth, he's got a different set of
Yeah,
powers.
something weird.
It's
like,
real weird. But that's where the Walker part of the
that. And then you
sleep.
can have Night Watch. Remember Night Watch?
Oh, Nightwatch was great.
Yeah, there were some really bad characters back then.
But all right, so this leading into the Defenders and the Netflix stories.
right?
Because you skip over me because you know I don't know enough about the
I-
Marvel
I-
you can
universe.
say
too.
something though. You're
No,
looking at
I think it would be
Sleepwalker.
cool. No, not a character individually, but I think it'd be cool to see the Illuminati come together. Some of the stuff when I read Civil War, I like the Illuminati. I think it's a cool group of characters, and but they
Could have
it's-
Professor X or
It's hard to
Beast.
do it without Beast and Professor X.
Or Namor.
Yeah, 'cause
Namor's owned by
Namor's-
Universal or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up by doing a little Netflix thing here, real quick. So Daredevil 2, I finished watching.
Okay.
Anyone have any thoughts on it?
Give us your thoughts. What do you think?
I thought it was good. I thought Electra was annoying as crap.
I hated Elektra.
I
She's
think that I hope they kill Karen Page at some point in time.
God, can that girl look like she's more in a bad mood every scene she's in?
Yeah.
Every scene she's crying or like ugly crying because she's happy. I mean, it's like, oh my
She has
God.
the worst crying face.
Her crying face
I
is
can't
the
stand her.
worst.
At all.
Every scene, I'm like, someone punch her in the face.
If I was the cops and everywhere I went, Karen Page showed up, I'd be like, why the F is she here?
Yeah.
Clearly she's involved in this
And
somehow.
can we just tell her that you're Daredevil already. We did it at the end.
did.
We did at the end.
Yeah.
But did she not realize that she knew Daredevil whenever out of all the people she rescued, he came and hugged her and asked
I
her,
mean, it's so stupid.
are you okay? Well, that's kind of strange, Daredevil, but yeah.
You sound just like Matt Murdock. He doesn't disguise his voice.
No.
He doesn't Batman voice it or anything like
Which I'm
that.
fine
good.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, he just talks.
I didn't mind Elektra. I didn't, and I loved Punisher. My problem with the whole season was each of those storylines could have had their own season.
There was a lot going
I
on.
didn't like how unfocused the season felt.
It was all over the place.
Because the season 1 was so focused.
Right.
It-
This one was like,
it
oh, we're going to
shifted.
do the hand. We're going to do the cast. Oh, now we're doing Kingpin. Oh, we're doing the Punisher. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Where are we at here? This
mess.
show's all over the place.
It was all over the place. But yeah, the first 4 episodes were great with the Punisher, and then the last 2 where he's back in it outside of jail.
Now, didn't you feel... This is one of my problems with the Netflix universe. Daredevil 1, I was completely pleased with the end because he finally had the costume on.
Yes.
And I'm like, he's going to fight Kingpin. It was great. When Jessica Jones came out, what I do is I go through and I read all the titles of all the episodes. Just kind of browse through them a little bit. You
To
know?
spoil the
Yeah, well, just to see what's in it. And the last one for Jessica Jones, an ally from Hell's Kitchen shows up to help her, and I'm like, oh, Daredevil's going to be in this at the end. So the whole season, I'm excited to see those two with Daredevil.
No.
It's the night nurse that shows up. So I'm let down, right?
Well, Night Nurse, I bet, is going to be the one that gets the Defenders together.
So I was annoyed by that. So maybe. So this season,
Oh, maybe she is. She's the only one that
I'm
knows
thinking, all right, I want to see him and Punisher team up. I want to see them at the end. Maybe they finally team up.
Well, they kind of do at the end.
It's such a letdown.
Here's what can I explain the
Go
thing?
ahead. Go ahead.
So has everyone here seen Billy Madison?
Yeah.
So the Daredevil's fighting off all these ninjas, and all of a sudden 2 of them get headshots. He looks over, Frank gives them a thumbs up or something, and they wave, and then they're done, and he
That's it.
leaves. And it's so much like Steve Buscemi during Billy Madison, where he shoots the guy, and they give the thumbs up, and he leaves. I'm like,
Man, am I glad I called that guy.
I mean, because first of all, there was 200 ninjas on that roof.
and Frank shot 2
Yeah.
ninjas.
And Daredevil fought maybe 3 or 4 of them with him and Elektra. They fought a handful.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I actually was getting excited. Punisher's going to show up with that big Gatling gun.
Yeah.
And he's
Mow him
found and mow him down. And they're going to have a cool team up. And then it's when he first shoots the one guy, I'm like, yes, here he is. This is a cool ending. 1, 2, 3, and he's done. And then all the ninjas are gone. I'm like, that was it? That's what I waited for this whole
Take
episode?
care, Red, or whatever.
He's
he
like,
said.
see you later, Red, and walks away. I'm like, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Give me something there.
Well, I hope he gets his own series, and I hope that they incorporate him into the Defenders.
Yeah, he should be with them. He was
Yeah.
really good. How many times did he get beat up where you thought, there's no way he's alive?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Him and Daredevil both. They get the
It
shit
was a
kicked out
brutal
of them.
season. as
Which
far
I
as,
enjoy
people
because
getting
I'm
beat up.
tired. There's a lot of super. When we
Sometimes
watch,
you got to be like, you're no way you're getting back up after
Yeah.
that. You've been hit in the face with a chain.
When he drilled his
8
foot and he walks.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
8
I
times.
forgot that he got drilled in the
Drilled
foot.
the foot, doesn't even flinch. He just kind of doesn't even limp when he's walking
He
away.
was getting terrorized, and he walked away from it.
Minnie made a joke. She's like, "So he's gonna stop killing people to spray paint a skull on his shirt?"
Yeah. So he goes in the garage, spray paints his skull. That's what I mean. He was very anticlimactic because he got that. He was finally the real Punisher.
And Frank Castle was dead.
and
now
he
you don't have to
shot
worry-
2 people.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's it?
Yeah.
That's all you're going to do?
Now was the guy from his platoon or whatever
The blacksmith.
That was the blacksmith because they
They
wrapped
never
that.
really said that. He said he admitted to being involved. but
That
he never said
storyline
he
was convoluted.
Okay,
The
I
bad
wondered
guy
if-
from Highlander.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him as Frank's
You knew he was
friend,
bad.
I'm like, that guy's bad in everything.
Because he's Lex Luthor in the
Yeah.
Justice League.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
way too many nerd things.
He's always
Yeah.
bad.
I've never seen him
you're like,
as
"No
a
way he's
good guy. Yeah.
Yeah. You he's a good guy? Nope. He's behind it. He's definitely behind it. He's never a good guy.
And no one ever. I want to be the guy that casts him as the superhero because the whole movie's like, he's gonna turn, he's gonna turn, he's gonna ruin it for
We're
everybody.
going to fool everybody on this one.
So
But he was good, and you're right. I can't stand Karen Page. I really don't like Foggy anymore. I liked him in the first
Yeah.
season.
here's the thing. I actually really like Foggy, but I think they're gonna kill him off in either the next Daredevil season.
Let me put
or-
it this way, Ken. If you were Daredevil and you told me, hey, I'm Daredevil, I would be excited for you. I wouldn't be like, what are you going to do, Ken? Go out and beat people up again? Huh? What are you going to do, Ken? I'd be like, yeah, Ken's Daredevil. I'm so excited. Woohoo! Like, man, kick some ass, Ken. I love it. Ken is Daredevil, man. My buddy's Daredevil. I'd be so excited. I wouldn't be like, Ken, what are you going to go do? Put that guy in the hospital? Because you just beat him up? Like, what do you care? He's a drug dealer, Foggy.
Well, I think
You
that
big idiot.
I think he's more concerned about his well-being.
Oh, get over it. He was so ridiculous.
Well, what if your friend died? What if I died being Daredevil?
I'd be like, guess what? He was Daredevil.
He went out like a champion.
He's Daredevil. I went to his house. I patched him right up.
Now, out of all the characters in the Marvel Universe, and I told you I was Daredevil,
Yeah.
you'd still be excited about
I'd be like,
because let's be honest, Daredevil sucks.
No, I mean, he's cool. He's beating people up.
Daredevil's cool alone. And you compare him to any other anybody ever in comic book.
Well, he's better than Moon Knight.
Is he?
I think so. Moon Knight's just
I hate Moon Knight. I can't even.
white-colored Batman is all he is.
That must got weirdly
Schizophrenic
racist.
Yeah, because if you're white, you're Ben Affleck. We all know that. But, I mean, Daredevil's all right. The only time I didn't like Daredevil was when I always read him separate, but when they threw him in that new Avengers team, and it was like forced, they made him join an Avengers team.
When he was he Ronin?
Well,
hiding?
everybody thought he was going to be Ronin, and Echo turned out to be Ronin.
Oh, okay.
But they put him in towards the end, right around the time when the Skrulls were invading.
Yeah.
Can't
Or
have
no,
Skrulls.
it was can't have Skrulls. It was when Red Skull's daughter attacked, and she had all those robot Nazis and all that.
When he was taking out all
And he
those-
took on like 8 Sentinel things by himself, and he's like jumping on him and hitting him with a baton. I'm like, these are Sentinels for Christ's sakes.
They're steel.
Yeah, they're steel, and he's
using a
whacking him with a
stick.
baton, and then Squirrel Girl goes, "Wow, now I know why they call him Daredevil." I was like, "Oh, get out of here!" I was like, he would have got killed. This guy isn't like Wolverine taking him on, you know.
Oh, it's selective powers. Whenever.
But yeah,
they-
it's
senses.
okay.
Another thing that the entire time we're watching it, Minnie's like, "How's he pouring that water right there? He's blind!" Like she would just yell randomly.
I don't get
when
how
he's
it's-
like doing something. Like it's his radar sense. It's like that doesn't make it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you just have to suspend this.
The radar thing, they really makes no sense to me sometimes.
because they basically say he can see. He can see it.
And then he couldn't see those ninjas because he couldn't hear their heartbeat.
Yeah.
But they're clamoring around and
Yeah.
jumping. Listen, you know, you tell them
breaths.
listen to their breath. You know, oh, I can hear their breath now. Yeah, you know.
But he wouldn't be. He can hear their footsteps.
Yeah, because they were walking
They
so
were
quietly.
ninjas.
Yeah.
You don't
It was
hear
pretty.
ninjas
It was
move.
pretty weak. So, do you think we'll see? I've been hearing that they're going to film the Defenders here soon. Do you think they're going to Defenders right after?
I don't think. I think everyone might get. So Jessica Jones is getting another season.
Okay.
I don't know if Luke Cage or Iron Fist will get a second one. I actually wouldn't mind them do a separate, like
Heroes
each a
for Hire.
separate, yeah, and then do one together as a Heroes for Hire, like
Yeah.
them being Fred, and then Defenders or that after or something. But I know that Defenders is coming very soon.
I like that there was an article this week where it was on Superhero Hype or something like that, and it had first shot of Iron Fist on set, and it's just the guy who plays him from Game of Thrones walking with no shoes on, like
a bum.
and everybody's mad about it. I'm like, this could be any picture. Like, how do we? They're like, he looks nothing like Iron Fist.
He just got out of bed. making his
He's walking down the street with no
Pop-Tart.
shoes on. We don't know what the hell this
Making
is.
his way downtown.
This could be
walking
Sunday
fast.
afternoon in his house. Don't get so mad about it. We don't know what it is yet.
You know what that picture reminded me of though? The Afro bearded kid from that 70s show, the one who always smoked pot.
You're losing me.
Danny
Danny
Masterson.
yes. That
Isn't that-
picture kind of reminded me of him from a couple shows he's been
He
on.
just looks like he's a stoner walking down the street with his shoes off, you know. But we'll see. I think Iron Fist will be cool.
It'll be fine. He'll fight Madame Gao or whatever.
He'll fight the gout.
No, the cheese fights the gout.
Yeah, the cheese fights the gout.
But no, what's her name that Daredevil talks to because she's in Chinatown?
I think it's Madame Gao.
Yeah, something like that. Anybody else you'd like to see in a Netflix series, just to wrap it up?
Sleepwalker, Triathlon,
Yeah. Nova.
Nova,
Batman.
Batman.
Green Lantern. I would like to see a Ghost Rider
Skullfire?
series.
I would like to see Ghost Rider one too.
I'd like to see Blade. I think they could go a whole Netflix dark.
Blade would be cool.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing. Remember,
Moon
they
Knight.
used to do a. There was a mini series where it was Ghost Rider,
Marvel Knights?
Punisher. Well, Marvel Knights, but there was also like a Ghost Rider, Punisher, Wolverine series. But instead of Wolverine, they put Blade. So
Yeah.
it's all like a
Is that
Knights.
Midnight Suns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Midnight Sun.
That'd be
stuff.
cool. Something like that would be cool. I really like Blade, and Blade was like ahead of its time when Wesley Snipes was doing it. If if you could get Wesley Snipes from the '90s
Before his tax issues,
old and before his tax issues and all that, and have him in this, now he would be cool in the Marvel universe.
I think so too.
That movie would have fit in perfectly now.
Perfectly, but he's too weird now and crazy.
They can get Sticky Fingers to play Blade again.
And I think if they got anybody to play Blade, Wesley Snipes will kill him.
Yeah.
Just because he's so mad if he can't be in the MCU.
I actually think that because they're doing a new Blade book where it's Blade teaching his daughter how to be Blade
It's Blade being a father.
and teaching his daughter who actually has the same powers as Blade. So Blade.
Dad,
Jr.
can I have a cell phone? No. Want to learn how to kill a vampire? Okay, sure.
So I bet if they do anything, it would be that, and Wesley Snipes would be old Blade.
Yeah, they could probably
That would
do
be kind of
something.
cool, actually.
So it'd be old
He's
Blade.
still in good shape.
Then they could do Ghost Rider and do old Nicolas Cage. Teaching someone how to be a young
Yeah, they
Ghost
could do
Rider.
that.
Yeah.
There was a different Ghost Rider, a younger one.
There's a female
Danny
one for a
Ketch.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'd like
cool.
So.
There's a
I
lot
think
of
it'll be
stuff.
exciting.
All right. Anything else before we wrap this up, gentlemen?
No, we went long again on this one because it's all Justin's fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Justin poo-pooing on everything.
All my
Was.
fault.
This damn negativity. But thank you, Brock, for showing up tonight.
Yes,
for having
Thanks,
me.
Brock.
We
Always
are
fun.
a couple weeks away from Civil War. We're gonna have another Civil movie breakdown live after the show, right?
We'll have a council
Yeah.
talking on it. I think whoever
Yeah, we'll
wants
do a
to
little
come.
group. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. Ken's in charge for next week. He's got.
So we're gonna do nothing. We're gonna take a week off.
He's got to do some work, which means he won't do anything. We'll take a week off.
There's some stuff that we need to talk about.
All right.
So we'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Thank
Peace.
you.